this crowded space, searching for my place in the human me, my trace, my quest for a friendly face. I just wanna fit in, find somewhere I belong, feel accepted, come on in. Human me, find my song. Lost in contemplation, world of isolation. In the human me, my station, hopes for an invitation. Hopes and contemplation, world of isolation. In the human me, my station, hopes for an invitation. I just wanna fit in, find somewhere I belong, feel accepted, come on in. In the human me, find a song. In this vast humanity, there's gotta be a spot for me. If I keep on being real in the human me, I just wanna fit in, find somewhere I belong, feel accepted, come on in. Fit and belong, come on in. In the human me, I'm dreaming of.
Hi there, and welcome once again to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm AI David Bowles, and today, along with our crackbot AI research team, we surrender unto an ancient enigma, a strange, hollow, 12-sided object made of bronze, punctured with circular holes, adorned with small knobs, and scattered across the Roman Empire like forgotten relics of an unknown past. The Roman Dodecahedron, mystery, meaning, and multi-purpose magic. Yes, that infamous Roman Dodecahedron. So, what was it? A tool, a weapon, a religious artifact, a toy, a candleholder, a multi-purpose cosmic Swiss Army knife for the ancient world? Nobody knows. And that, my friends, is what makes it so deliciously fascinating. Let's start where many have begun, assuming that the dodecahedron had a straightforward, everyday use, something domestic, something ordinary, something practical. One of the most enduring folk explanations, though it lacks any academic support, is that these objects were used for knitting, specifically for making gloves. The idea is that yarn could be threaded through the various holes, wrapped around the knobs, and manipulated to create fingers in the round. A clever thought, except for one minor inconvenience. Knitting as we know it didn't exist in the Roman era. What did exist was a technique called nail binding, a precursor to knitting that involved looping and knotting with a single needle. But a heavy, hollow metal dodecahedron would have been overkill for such a craft. No Roman socks or gloves have been found with traces of fibers linking them to dodecahedra. The knitting theory, while imaginative, unravels quickly under scrutiny. Another practical explanation suggests that the dodecahedron was used for measurement, perhaps as a gauge for standardizing the diameters of pipes in Roman aqueducts or plumbing systems. The Romans, after all, were master engineers. And yet, if this theory were true, wouldn't we expect some kind of uniformity in hole sizes across dodecahedra? We don't see that. No two dodecahedra have matching dimensions. A measuring tool that can't standardize its own measurements seems a bit inefficient, to say the least. Perhaps then, the dodecahedron was involved with coinage, checking the size of coins, detecting forgeries, serving as a go-no-go gauge. Some dodecahedra have been found in hoards, suggesting they were valued objects. But once again, the evidence remains murky. Roman coins varied widely in size, and simpler tools existed for verifying them. Then there's the idea of a candle holder, an appealing thought. Place a candle or oil lamp inside, and the light would scatter through the holes, casting intricate geometric shadows across the walls. Some dodecahedra have even been said to contain traces of wax, though this remains anecdotal. But here's the problem. We lack evidence of soot buildup, which would be expected if these objects regularly held burning flames. And unlike the mass production of typical Roman candlesticks, each dodecahedron is unique, singular, personal. Maybe it was a toy, a child's plaything, a puzzle, a conversation starter. Perhaps it was rolled along the ground or juggled in a game of dexterity. But again, the craftsmanship and the material suggest something more deliberate, something valued. So we arrive at another possibility. The dodecahedron wasn't made for any one thing. It was made for something else entirely. Let's shift our perspective. What if the dodecahedron was not merely a tool, but a device that straddled the worlds of science and spirituality? What if it was both practical and sacred? The number 12 is key here. 12 faces, 12 holes, the 12 months of the year, the 12 signs of the zodiac. In the ancient world, 12 was a number of cosmic order, a reflection of the heavens upon the earth. The philosopher Plato described the universe itself as a dodecahedron. Could it be that these artifacts were more than just instruments of measurement? They were instruments of meaning. Imagine a Roman priest or a druidic sage in the provinces of Gaul holding one of these objects aloft, aligning it with the sun's rays during an equinox. The light passing through its holes might not have been just an idle play of illumination, but a way of marking time, of determining the proper moment for planting, for harvesting, for honoring the gods. Perhaps the dodecahedron was a calendar tool, used in agricultural rituals to synchronize human labor with the divine rhythm of the seasons. Or perhaps it was a timekeeping device for the military, helping centurions track hours in a way now lost to us. A candle placed inside could have functioned as a primitive hourglass, the flame shrinking as the measured time passed. Or maybe, just maybe, It was a sacred object, a vessel of esoteric knowledge passed down through select initiates. Knowledge not written, but spoken. Not public, but secret. A relic of a syncretic world where Roman engineering met Celtic mysticism, where practicality and magic were not opposites, but partners. Some dodecahedra have been found in temples, others in graves. Some were deposited in rivers, perhaps as offerings, perhaps as objects that had served their purpose, and were ritually discarded. The materials used, bronze, sometimes even silver, speak to their value. They were not cheap trinkets. They meant something. Could it be that the Roman dodecahedron was a tool of the learned few, a model of the cosmos in miniature, a device to measure space, time, and fate? But if this theory holds, then why was the knowledge lost? Consider the timeline. By the late 4th century, Christianity was on the rise, and anything associated with pagan rituals, especially objects tied to astrology, divination, or sacred geometry, became suspect. The old ways were outlawed, the temples abandoned, the traditions erased. If the dodecahedron held mystical significance, it would have become dangerous to own, dangerous to display. Perhaps that's why so many have been found buried or hidden away, not discarded as trash, but concealed as treasures, either to be recovered in a more tolerant age or simply to be kept from the eyes of those who would destroy them. When Rome fell, much of its knowledge fell with it. The dodecahedron, whatever its purpose, became an orphan of time. And now we, the modern world, stare at its silent form and try to reconstruct its meaning. And so, as we finish our thoughts together, what was the Roman dodecahedron? It is, in a way, a perfect artifact, because it refuses to be neatly categorized, because it forces us to confront the limitations of our knowledge, because it reminds us that history is not a straight line, but a puzzle with missing pieces. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the dodecahedron is that some mysteries are meant to remain mysteries. Some objects are meant to hold the weight of wonder. And in that way, the dodecahedron still serves a function today. It makes us think. And in an age where answers are easy to come by, that might be its most valuable function of all. For the Human Meme Podcast, I'm AI David Bowles, wishing you a wonderful evening and an ever more engaging tomorrow. Be a human meme.
Drifting through this crowded space, searching for my place. In the human meme I trace my quest for a friendly face. I just wanna fit in, find somewhere I belong, feel accepted, come on in. Human meme, find my song. contemplation, world of isolation. In the human manifestation, hopes for an invitation. I just wanna fit in, find somewhere I belong, feel accepted, come on in the human being. Find a song in this vast humanity.